And last time I checked it, Hacks had like 60 sets played. This was probably like a week ago. Guess how many sets he has played now?
What? How many?
270.
107. Oh my. Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
Jigchu level. Actually, that's not
Oh
even true.
god. Wait, should we check J2? Do you remember J2's code? Should we check?
Let's see. Jchu is I
Dude,
don't know.
it's actually gonna be disgusting.
Like yeah, I he just like net plays like when he like falls asleep. Road to top 50. And you know, road to top 50, he probably means on the Slippy leaderboard too.
Wait, what's his code? What's his code?
Let's see here. I don't know. He like I'm looking at mail online. He does not want to like type in his code. What is this guy's problem, bro? I've been scrolling like 3 pages. Does he just only talk? Oh my gosh. Fifth page, please. Okay, I don't know his code. His code is like
Wait,
uh,
does he stream?
I don't know.
Oh my god, no, I gotta know if you've broken the 3,000 barrier yet.
If he broke the 3,000 barrier,
Oh my gosh, I searched up J Chu and then J Chungus, the Valorant player, came up.
you know like the 10. Okay, yeah, his code is nowhere to be found. He's not pulling
Oh,
that up.
wait, here, I might be able to find it. I look here.
Yeah.
Oh no, never mind. Yeah, I just about gave up, unfortunately. Okay, okay, okay. Anyway, I'm Carrick is playing the mortuary assistants. I have screenshot. Okay, okay, it is time now. I'll joke it up. It's time. What is this? Is this his phone number?
I, I don't know.
Wait,
Probably.
Audrey, don't you destroy him in this VOD or do you SD 4 times?
Huh? Did I ask you 4 times?
Audrey, yeah, well, he dealt, let's see how much percent he dealt. He dealt 240%, you dealt 232%.
I okay. I don't know. I don't know. Okay.
Let's just go with any other. Like you know how I said like any VOD will do? I meant every VOD besides this one.
I have okay. Any VOD will do. Cause like no, his games are a mystery. Like I don't know if I won or lost. Whatever. This one's random. Same stage.
Okay, hopefully this is not gross.
Like he quits out on every song. I swear he's like trying to make it so his like results are
There
even.
we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. This one's good.
Alright,
Now
this
we're
one.
gonna real VOD. Hopefully my thing will not keep crashing. Crashed the second time. Did not crash the third time. Yo, actually, I gotta set my hotkeys and I'm pretty sure. So I have not. Oh wait, my hotkeys are set. Wait, why is it working? Oh, it is working. Okay, audio guy.
Alright, let's see.
Okay, so when you sit down at a setup to play this mashup, Audrey, what's going through your mind?
What's going through your mind? Like my mind.
Yeah.
So what I think like when I like place like a fox on ranked, I'm like thinking like a well like hmm. I think about like the percent like the magic percent like 24, right? The knockdown, and I just think about like how will I like get to that like percent, right? Like I try to do like back air to try to get to that like percent, right? And
Uh-huh.
tech chase. That's like that's what I usually think. And
Okay.
yeah, that that's pretty much it.
So wait, what percent exactly are you trying to get them to?
24.
24. And why 24?
24 because it's like knockdown and
On what moves?
F tilt and I don't know down tilt maybe. Not
Gotcha, gotcha.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, okay. I don't think that's too bad. I say this a lot, but I know you've heard me say this before, but I think you could be even more like you could be more I think you want something that can be extrapolated. So you want something that's both more dynamic. I don't think it's bad. I don't think what you just said is bad, but I think you can aim to have something that is easier to repeat and also something that is like easier to like extrapolate a lot more from. So what I mean by that is like instead of saying because you kind of said it right now, like you explained it to me really slowly, right?
Hmm.
You know, it like took you time to like gather your thoughts and stuff, but I think you can think of it in a way where you're like, in this matchup, I want to use my space. Okay. Also, I'll get into another point here. I think you also can use less specific because you know I mentioned how you want to be able to extrapolate it more. You can also use less specific terms because I know fiction says that back there is like the move that you use to space in this matchup. But you can actually also use
Like,
you can also use fair,
yeah,
back fair,
yeah.
F tilt.
But that's like
You,
usually like, I don't know. How I think about it is like I could like use fair also. I think fair is really good in this matchup, but like back air is like the best. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, back area is the best, but there might be a situation like let's say you empty jump. Look, I bet I can find a situation where you empty jump facing him where he's below 24%. Like, okay, so here, like, see, it made sense for you to bear here, right?
hmm,
Because you empty jumped at this spacing from him, like this far away from him, and you were had your back facing to him, and like again, like the same thing happened again. But now let's see, what if you empty jump and you have your front facing him? Like you can't back there. Or, like, see, like you back there. But I don't think you could get. I could be wrong, but I don't think that's going to stop right there. I think he should have punished you. Whereas if you did drift back fair, you would have gone away unscathed.
yeah.
Obviously, he did like a really shitty option here, but I don't think like a very good fox would give that to him. But yeah, I think you can use like more specific terms. Like I'm going to use the jump arc on my short hop to get him to 24%, so I can start searching for moves that knock him.
Hmm.
It's like kind of a more like general way of putting it. And I don't know if you I think you read that you know that blog post that Drug Fox made on how he thinks that Sheik should play very far away. Or not very far away. He said that Sheik should play like very reactionary. Where's the let me
Yeah,
find that.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know
It's like
specifically.
that really old. It's like that really old incredibly old thingy blog post. Here it is. Wait, no, there's more things. Falco optimal fastball timing. Where is it? Oh,
Fuck.
random sheet thoughts. Uh, it is. This is the one I'm talking about. Uh, and he talks about how he thinks that the way Sheik plays is like revolved around.
Like reactions.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
Yeah.
and there's also this one. Yeah, this
Yeah, I think
another one.
I try to play like reactionary versus Fox, but like when they start like disrespecting my like just like disrespecting like my options, like they can just like run me over a lot of the times.
Yeah, yeah. If you try and react, right, is what you're
Yeah.
saying. Like, if you try and react, they run you over. So I think that that is like the result of your spacing.
Okay.
Uh, but we can talk about that more. But
Like you're saying like
what?
just like position.
Yeah, yeah. Just like the position you're playing kind of doesn't lend itself to the options you're picking,
Yeah.
which I think kind of goes back to my point here, where it's like, well, I think what you said is good and true about how you should think about like trying to deal with a fox at low percent. Uh, I think you should apply a more general thought, a more general like I want to get him to this percent using, you know, like this type of option.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for instance, like I mentioned already the short hop. I already kind of gave an example. It's like you want to use your short hop in space to tilts to try and get him to 24%.
Hmm.
Um if you use that framework, then it will power you to make the decision in the moment as for which option you're going to use. And then as you engage with like making the decision in the moment, then you'll start to build the habit of like when you empty short hop here, doing a bear or doing a fair. And if you find that you don't like doing the fair in spots, then what you might start doing is because you can't change after you short hop right into doing a fair if you turned around. I mean, I guess technically with Sheik you can if you do insane needle turnaround fairs. But
Yeah.
then you can start adjusting it to start doing jumps backwards instead of doing jumps forwards.
Yeah, like backflipping.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. Like especially positioning. I think what I try to do against like Falco is like if I feel like I can't like scrap versus Falco, I just like try to like recenter myself or just like
Hmm.
retreat, you know, and like find a
Yeah,
better position. I think you're right. Like I feel like I'm putting myself in like situations where I will just get run over, you know. You know what I mean?
yeah. Something that a good way to think about it, I think, is when it comes to getting run over, is like if you're next to Fox, you kind of want to be either like shielding, rolling, full hopping, short or slash short hopping, like shielding, rolling, jumping, or like crouching.
Okay.
Because she's kind of bad when she's right next to Fox. Wait, that knockdown percent, she's not that bad because you just F tilt, right? Or
But
up smash, which I think actually Drug Fox talks about in one of those docs.
huh, yeah.
Um, but you can't really like do. You need to like play a mix up if you're close to him, and that's not always great for you. It can be good if you're getting like F tilt dash attack down air fair, right? Like that's insane, like easy stock.
Yeah.
Um, but that's not always going to be the case. There's going to be some rough positions. Uh, to go back to like the what you think when you sit down to play, the matchup kind of thing. I think that just trying to come up with something that works for you to like power you to make the decisions that you want. Like the way I think of it is like you want to be able to look back on your gameplay, right, and be proud of it, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Uh, and I think that whatever helps you do that in terms of the thought you have before sitting down, and I promise you there is a thought that's in your head. Something I even want to experiment with when I start playing again is like every on respawn, like having like repeating that to yourself, whatever that is. Like every time you come back from the platform, you should repeat to yourself, like in your head, the type of game you want to pursue. Like, what
Yeah.
is my general goal in this like upcoming stock, or even like, let's say that because another thought I've had is like every percent range you probably want to play a little bit different, which I don't know about. Like, I don't hear fiction and drug talk about this too much. But because I do kind of feel like the options you pick depending on percent kind of is macroly different. Uh, like let's say that like you're at 80% in the Fox respawns,
Mm.
you should have the confidence in what you do, and you do that. You get this by practicing, like with different phrases, I think, and like repeating different phrases, like as you're playing friendlies, and like trying to follow up on them. It will kind of like create like a conjunction between you think this and you do this, you know.
Yeah, just
Uh,
like being confident like with your option.
yeah, exactly, exactly. And it's like I feel like they kind of play off of each other, you
Yeah,
know.
I noticed like when we were
Uh,
playing friendlies, like I wasn't like pursuing the one that I picked.
yeah.
Like whenever you would like, you know, you try to like bait me to like, you know, on my like Sammy stall,
Mhm.
I would just like immediately like run because I'm not like confident in trying to play around.
Yeah, it's like it's not something you're proud of, you know. It's like you're like you look back at it, it looks lazy.
Hmm.
And I think this idea of repeating phrases really helps you combat that laziness. And obviously analysis also helps combat it. Uh, but yeah, it's just something to think about. I'm kind of over telling people how to think about matchups in terms of being like, oh, in this matchup, you know, you should play it like this. Like, actually, I actually don't think that's very good because different people will play the matchup in different ways.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
do think playing far away is kind of important on some level and reacting. But what were you gonna say?
yeah, I don't know, cause I feel like Fox is like I don't know how to describe it, but like, someone told me he used to live in Alberta, but it's like Fox's options like change like a lot. Like it's like a dynamic matchup. Like you know, like Marth. I feel like versus Marth, it's kind of like linear. You know.
Oh yeah, Marth does not have any moves he can use against me.
Yeah, but like like Fox is like so dynamic that like the game plan changes as he does things. You know what I mean? That's what someone told me.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. And I think it's about finding like the option set to combat all foxes. Like you shouldn't try and play, I don't think, to just beating one fox, right? You should try and play to like beat all of them. You should try and build habits that help you beat all of them.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, but does that make sense what I'm saying in terms of like the key point stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, I understand what you mean. Like as
Yeah.
soon as you sit down, just like think like what and like try to make your like game plan more general so you don't
Yeah, both,
forget.
yeah, more general, so it powers you in the moment, and then also what's it called? What's it called? What's it called? More powerful, so it helps you in the moment, but also is like kind of complicated on the
Yeah.
in terms of oh my gosh, I'm sorry, my thought process is failing. More complicated in terms of like it makes sense. Like make it based on your experience. Don't make it off of anything else. Don't make it and not know if it's helpful. Like you want to play and then figure out what works for you and then kind of find a way to summarize that. So if you can say like I when I play, Sheik versus Fox, I want to space aerials and use reactions to kind of catch those overcommitments. Then you would be like, okay, that's like, well, what range do you want to space aerials at? And you could be like, oh, uh, about the distance of like the Dreamland platforms away. It's like, okay, if you see the Fox dash in, like, how do you react? It's like, oh, I do a wave dash back, or I do a crouch, or I do a shield, or I do a short hop. And it's like, oh, well, what moves are you looking for? Like, oh, I'm looking for a pivot grab that is safe on his drift in because it's a pivot grab, so it's really hard for him to whip punish if he drifts in. And catches his drift his oh it drifts back, sorry. And then if he drifts in, it catches the drift in. And you should be able to like go into depth on that. Like you should have an inherent understanding of what you're saying. It's like the overcomplication comes first, and then the simplified version comes after. Uh, And I think, like I said, I think repeating that to yourself before the set starts is really important. And I also think it's important to repeat it to yourself. I think it's probably a good idea to repeat it to yourself in between stocks too.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, now we can actually start talking about like gameplay stuff.
Yeah.
For the rest of the time that you have. Okay, this kind of just like puts you in the core. Obviously, this would have kind of worked and given you frame advantage, right? If
I spaced it
yeah,
well.
if you well, actually you just messed up your timing.
Yeah, I
You
don't know.
spaced
That
well.
like all the foxes that I've played against, they all like do the same like whenever I needle on the respawn platform, they do the same like, thing that he's doing right now.
Yeah,
They just do
yeah.
the
If you had just done it later, by the way, it would have been good. But the thing is, though, is that so it's good because he does this terrible option, right?
yeah.
This is a bad option. He should not just like run it brainless. You hear it. But if you think about it in the way of, well, you want to empty jump, right, to try and space aerials on him to gain percent. Then what are you doing over here on platform? You
Yeah.
should be empty jumping here.
Empty jumping. Yeah.
And now he's jumping in and you're drifting back. And either he's going to get clipped. Okay. And then either he's going to employ the rule of threes, right? And try and get an opening off of you off of that. He's going to run in and you're going to kind of have this war where it's like either you're going to space your aerial and clip him,
Mhm.
or he's going to kind of run with you and you're going to be kind of pretty neutral in frames, pretty firm even, I think, uh, as he runs in with you because she has no lag, right, on anything for some reason.
Yeah.
Uh, or he's gonna full hop and like the mix-up's just gonna like change dramatically. And he's
Yeah.
kind of like pressure on you after he full hops. But you're over here, it's like, did you plan for this to like run away and late backer? Like shield drop, run a back, late shield drop backer at a situation where on reaction to him being over here, like was that in your plan? It's
No,
like
that was
I
like
don't
a
think that would be in your plan.
yeah. I think I don't know. The foxes I played against recently, like at my local, they all do like they did this that like the thing that he was doing, and
Yeah,
it just works. So I don't know. It was just I guess it was just in my muscle memory to do it, and I don't know. I've just
yeah,
been doing it against like for some reason like I've been doing it against like all the foxes I've played recently, just like doing the same like thing.
yeah. It's like I just feel like this is like it's uninspired and it's lazy.
Yeah.
It's not like why don't we just like quickly look just for like let's look at what like James openers are. I can assure you they're going to be more thought out than this. They're going to be more dynamic. Just feel like just find some James openings. I hate this YouTube bug. It takes forever to load. Little James versus Smash Daddy. Smash Daddy's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
I'll top eight at the coin box.
Oh, they play on Dreamland too, so.
So you needles, right? Okay, I actually cannot believe he did this. Like
Prove.
this is I stand by. I don't think this is very good because
Yeah,
this guy's over here.
I think I'm pretty sure Jamu just I don't think Smash Daddy they've never really played. So
Here we go. Now this is a good one. This is a good one.
uh,
See, he takes position here. He like look at how big his threat range is now. He could land here. He could land here, and like Smash Daddy just needs to. Essentially, if Smash Daddy is afraid of like getting clipped by Fair or Bear or something, he needs to stay in the corner. And now the situation that you had where you're here, oh my god, right. If you went top line here, uh, or if the Fox even went top line here, you would see then you're the one in the corner. Whereas if Smash Daddy does that laser and you go top line here, and the Smash Daddy is the one that ends up in the corner, or he needs to play a mix up that I would argue is pretty Sheik favored, right?
yeah.
Because like you have a massive threat range falling on top of him, and just like a plethora of boxes. And if you empty land, then it's like you grab, you have up tilt, you have F tilt, you have crouch and shield. There's so many options. Okay, let's look at one more J move opener that's just not crazy. Oh, what does that mean? Oh, not fog. Oh, we got some bad stages. See, again, he uses the top line again.
Yeah,
He
and then
goes
there's
top
the
line.
needle.
Yeah, and now look, Smash Daddy's in the corner, and J-Mook has like massive advantage. Honestly, J-Mook still has advantage
Yeah, because he
when he
had
goes fly here.
the aerial.
Is the platform already used.
Yeah. Oh, he actually wins the set.
Well, that is okay. But notice that instead of getting grabbed in the corner here, at least J-Mook got grabbed center stage. But we'll never know what his opener was. Let's look at one more. Look at just one more. Here we go. Let's pull one. So there's no top five play here. So he charges needle. Okay, he's doing this runoff. So I guess this is good, probably. I don't think you'd be doing it. It's not good. This is not what you're doing, though. This is not the same as doing a preloaded, like, this. Because, look, he's empty falling. So this whole time that he's empty falling, he could react and jump
Yeah,
away.
he's like looking and
Yeah.
to see if he can.
You know, IBW always talked about how good J-Move is at reacting to what his opponent does. So this is like an example of that. So yeah, if you want to do empty, I don't even think this is like amazing, to be honest. I would rather see
Like a
I
more
guess
direct.
he doesn't yeah, I'd rather see a more direct thing, to be honest, and like option because like if George Man's here, I feel like it's so scary for the Sheik, especially because the Fox is the top line. Obviously, Sheik has no option for dealing at a CCing Fox on side flat if a Joffman just goes the wave dash down. And it can just also not even use ASDI down, to be honest, at this percent. Like if Joffman goes full hop wave dash down and just hold the ASDI down, like fair. Does not work. Gets shield drop bear punished. Up air, shield drop bear punished. Down air, nair, bear. All of them get punished. Like literally all of them. And they put you in a bad spot too, unless you do like a no, I think you can jump out of all of them, actually, maybe not. But if the Fox does CC like the aerial, then the Fox wants to kind of run off and try and hit a late aerial on the cheek, so you can try and do like late nair up tilt or something, or late nair short hop off shine.
Hmm.
Uh and then the up air knocks down, right? So now he grabs ledge dash is on. This is the late up air, and gets like 60%, and it's very scary because she can deal with. But yeah, this is a good opener, I think. Or I imagine. Also, wait, they're starting Dreamland too. I just don't think that's good for the Fox, but they both beat Dreamland here, so. Yeah, he does it again. See, so there's empty. Oh, and also this is the thing I was talking about, by the way. I would argue that he reacted to Josh Man running in here, and that's why he well, we each count actually. So he jumps off. So wait, 15 frames. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh no, so he just raw mixes this up actually. So like he either falls into the corner or just jumps back to the platform. I actually kind of like jumping back to the platform here because now that he's on the platform, right, he can just react to Joshman taking space with the shield rope fair.
And yeah, and just can do whatever.
Yeah, you can also do the H box grab with Sheik, which I kind of like. Here you could down throw, but you can also back throw too. You don't want to down throw if they can slide it off, but where Jin would landed, like right here, the down throw, the Fox will not be able to slide it off, and you'd probably get like a free down smash.
Yeah, sometimes yeah, sometimes when like I'm in that scenario where I down throw and they slide off, I just run to center.
Oh yeah, no. I don't even think it's a bad idea because Fox should just get like a really random up air in the scrap and get a lot of percent for it. Uh, but yeah, either way, I do feel like this bear that you did is a little uninspired. And in both clips, we saw where J Move runs off the platform. Like he doesn't do it aerial while they're over here, right? He does it. No, in fact, I don't think he did an aerial
No, he
either.
didn't
He
do an
didn't bear.
aerial a single time because he didn't see it happen.
Yeah, he didn't see them exactly. It's like I don't. It's not that I don't even think that this is a reaction by you. I do think it's possible you reacted to his run in and were just late. It's just that. How do I put this? I want you to do that understanding that is good, you know. But yeah, we can move on now to something else. Yeah, see, like you would have died there against Leffen, right? Like you would have just shine spiked you,
Yeah, that's true.
and that's kind of why I am suspicious of doing that opening that J Move did. But
Yeah. Well, now we
yeah, it's really
understand
it's fine.
why.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, this bear, I think I do a better job than this fox of punishing this bear. Just because, like, if the fox just dash dance right, he gets insane pressure on you now. Like, you're severely frame minus, which isn't the end of the world. But if you just did like an empty drift back, so let's ignore this, which obviously wasn't great.
Yeah.
You did try to SDI the drill and grab, which is perfect. But that was great. And just like the way that jab was very random.
Yeah,
Like that's not in the plan you gave, like right?
it's
I
not
feel
like
like in the plan you gave, you would have suggested trying to roll out of the corner or go ledge to try and
I don't know. I
finesse your way out
like
of the corner.
I don't know. I just feel like sometimes whenever I play, like I think this was like deep into the friendlies. Um, he was not like I don't know. I just like sometimes I just like do that because I knew they wouldn't like try to like punish it. I don't know. I think they did,
Hmm.
but whenever I did it, like he just didn't do anything. So that's probably why I did the job. But
Yeah,
you can go.
yeah. Uh, but I think that if you think about like what you were initially implied you wanted to do in these games, like when you played against slots, like I don't think you would suggest. So actually, this bear isn't as atrocious as I thought it was. I think this is fine now that I think about it, but I want to talk about. Wait, am I thinking of a different bear? Is that why? No. This is fun. Thinking of no.
Yeah, I don't know. Sparrow's pretty good.
Okay, so yeah, so let's just talk about this bear then. It's like, why do you think this bear is good? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm not giving you a very good understanding initially of watching the clip of what's
Well,
going on.
I don't know. The reason why I think it's good because well, he was at 18%, so I think, right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, so 18%, like, if I get the bear, then I unlock my moves, right? And even if it misses, I still have like, well, I'm pretty sure I can like I can like shield and roll if even if it like misses, I think. Because they would have to like do something like,
Yeah, so I actually agree with that. I agree with that because I remember now why I brought this up is because I was doing a good job of dashing around this when we were playing and pressuring you. But like you said, like you have to shield roll or CC if you whiff it. Like that's just how it goes. And then this was also really good by you because he's not whiff punishing this one.
yeah,
Like it's kind of the same thing goes.
I kind of knew he was just gonna run in. So
Yeah. And
yeah,
then that was an insane option by you, but he had the luckiest slide off of all time.
yeah.
Oh, you tried to do the J flex. That's fine. Wow, that was almost insanely good. I feel like actually just looks like J flex. Yeah, you would just grab Lich here because you. The
Well,
thing
did I
is
have
this
time?
supposed?
Did I have time?
Yeah, you had plenty of time. You had plenty of time. You dash here. You could just run up and you could just run up, turn around needle,
Hmm.
and you'd grab it.
Yeah.
I think also you can do. I don't know if this is particularly good on controller, but on box with Sheik is really good. You do run up, crouch, dash back, out of crouch, wave dash to ledge.
Oh no, I just turned around. Very bad.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, you could do something like that. But I think the needle might be best because if you do the needle turnaround, you can empty bear on reaction to the side. You can walk the side so slow. So you're here, you're hovering here. You can react to this and then bear him.
Could
And you
also.
kind of tried to do that, but you tried to do it with like a double jump. You tried to do like double jump back, needle here, and then wedge guard him off that, but it ended up not working out.
Yeah. I don't know why I did the back here,
Yeah.
but
Oh no. You did this is what J move does. Is it, you try to back there from here, so you try to do this low back there to catch him, double jumping to ledge, and then needle his LP.
I see. I see.
Yeah. That's not a bad option. It's just that I think that there were faster and like kind of more productive things you could have done here, that wasn't that bad. But you punish for it, you reset. This was a really good shield. It's just you kind of can't shield grab.
Yeah.
Good down smash too. I can try shield grab, but it's like you got roll or
Yeah. I
something.
gotta. Yeah. I also have to think about like in that scenario just like the position I'm in. Like
Yeah. Oh, also you got 100. We narrow out a shield here works.
yeah,
I
narrow
think.
shield. Yeah. I was spamming
Well,
that.
wait. Actually, it's from 6. Oh yeah, no. Narrow shield beats this. I'm stupid. Because no. It goes frame even with high nair shine because high nair shine is -6 on shield and nair comes out on frame 6. So you would trade.
Yeah.
By the way, for nair to shield, you want to use C stick, which I assume you know, right? You want to use C stick jump to buffer it.
No, I actually don't know that.
Wait, you didn't know you could buffer jump out of shield with C stick?
I know I can buffer jump out of shot. I didn't think I can short hop in there. Or I
Oh yeah,
can
you
can
can.
I
You just tap it. You just tap it, and then for 3 frames, here I can show you really quick in Uncle Punch. So if I'm just gonna tap up 3 frames before, so I'm just gonna do this pioneer with the fox. Oh my god, the FPS. So I'm just going to save this for. Wait, I made the fox thing, and then let me frame advance the frame perfect shine here. All right, well, it's frame 2, but that's good enough. I don't think that fox got a frame 1 shine either. So I'm gonna tap and turn controller display on. How do you turn the controller display on?
go to
Actually, do you
general and
know?
go all the way down.
I'll put this one. Okay. So I'm gonna shield, and then on 3 frames. So here, I think in how many frames is this? Well, it doesn't matter because I could just save state here and figure it out. Well, 60 here. So on frame 67 is when I'm actionable. So then I'm just going to on frame 64, I'm going to tap C stick up. Oh, wait. Wait, is that not the animation that shows your actual on shield? Am I dumb? No, I'm actually on shield here, right? Wait, that's 71. Wait, let me just text that as frame 67. I'm still rusty, actually. No, frame 67. Wait, so 64. Why didn't that work? 65, maybe? There we go. You see?
Yeah.
Oh, I actually can't do math. Wait, you know why that didn't work on frame 64?
I have no clue. I don't know
Because
if
it's
this
frame
works though.
64, 65, 66. 67, there's 4 frames after.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so if I want to do this, so then all I have to do is just on frame 65 is a tap C stick up. Oh, wait, am I getting my math wrong still? I'm 65. 66, is it? Wait, this is on 67. No, this does not make any sense. Oh, wait, no. I actually know how this works. So if I hold it on frame 65 and now I let go, I'm going to get short hop. I'm so sorry. I'm actually just so rusty when it comes to figuring out how the game works. So if you want to get a frame perfect jump at a shield, you want to start holding it. You can start holding it whenever here, but when you're in jump spot, you need to let go, I think, before the 3rd frame.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
If you're holding it versus on the 3rd frame, though, so I'm holding it here, I'm still holding it on the 3rd frame, I got to fall off there, but which is what I want. So, yeah, that's just kind of how it works. But if I'm holding this so I don't even need to do the show thing to show you, but I'm just gonna hold C stick up. I'm gonna get this, but now I'm
If
gonna
I
only hold C stick up
if I
on
flick
frames
it,
1 and 2.
yeah,
Oh, whoops.
yeah.
Yeah, you got to flick it. That's all. And
Okay,
then you
I
get
see.
short.
Cause I feel like whenever I don't know I don't know why I think I like there's like a Sheik cookbook, you know about this? It's like
Uh-huh.
they were like talking about how like it's not like a thing that you can do.
What is it?
Um, buffer jump like short hop like and
But you can't. You just gotta let go on frame 2.
yeah I don't know I don't know what they're talking about. I thought it was
Yes.
real, but I don't know. But
Yeah,
I just
no. Wait, I literally did just do it.
yeah okay
Uh, you just gotta hold it on frame. So you wanna. So if you hold it on frame 65, you just need to let go when you're actual. So instead of pressing the button when you're actionable with short hop buffer trolley, so you need to. Because like if you wanted to frame perfect jump out of shield with like X, right, you need to press it on the right frame.
yeah
But with short hop out of shield, you have a 2 frame window to let go of it.
yeah exactly right yeah that's why it's good yeah okay
Yeah, uh, that's why it's better.
I'll test it. I don't know. I'm still so bad with like micro like well I guess it's not like really micro, but it's just like stuff that like small things I'm not like good at. I guess I don't know. I'll test it out though.
Hmm. Yeah, I think you just gotta think about it a bit. Like
Yeah.
you're not gonna get it right the first time, right?
Yeah, I guess that's what cuz like I always try to expect to be right. So, like the first time I guess I don't know. But
Yeah, you just gotta kind of play around with it. Like I was wrong on how that thing worked originally. I remember now. I tested it before because I think with Fox particularly good because you don't want a frame 1 shine on a show with Fox ever, right? You go frame 2 or 3, uh, like after your jump spot. So that's why I tested that with Fox.
I see. Yeah,
Uh,
that makes a lot of sense now. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, I'll try it out cuz yeah, that's usually what like was like daunting about melee is just like stuff like that. Like
Oh yeah, it definitely is daunting to figure out. It's like a requirement to figure out. It's like lame.
yeah, and I don't know. I just try to be general. That's like usually what I do, but you know,
Yeah,
that's
I
not
think being general is good. It's just that
but like
the
I don't know.
general has to be powered by like the understanding. I think.
Yeah. But I've been like trying to I don't know. I realize like I don't know. I just I just need to test it cuz I think I can implement like small things. I just it just feels like too much. Or not too much, but it feels like I'm wasting time. I don't know.
Yeah, I think if you just start playing more with the idea of working towards the general goal and kind of forcing the issue, like that Drone Fox chart where he's like you should always approach. It's like the diagram.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I know what you mean.
yeah, I think if you start thinking through that mentality with like the idea I mentioned of like having a plan before you start your sets, and like you should obviously, the way to learn how to do that is you do it before you start your individual matches, right?
Hmm.
uh then it'll like it'll help a lot with kind of, because I've said this before and I think it's getting better, like we literally, like we saw it with the J flex sequence and we're seeing it right here, literally right here, uh where you shield this. Now that jump wasn't great, but here, like you wave that shit, you CC, you try to F tilt him. Like that's playing to a plan, and then you dash back to try and react to what he does, but your spacing was just a little bit off, and it's like that is all like well thought out stuff.
Yeah.
Like I think that's very good.
Yeah, I
Uh,
just need to like refine the.
yeah, exactly. And like I said, I think that like the game plan stuff will help that a ton, like a ton,
Yeah.
so much. I just can't
I
even
think
like put my
like every matchup
understand it.
I play, like I have a game plan, but I don't like like after like a tournament, like or during a tournament, I just don't like think about it. But like I have it. It's like stored in my memory, but I don't like open it. You know.
Yeah, I think the thing that will kind of help is remember that you need to the reason why having a game plan is good is because it will kind of associate your thoughts in terms of what you want to do in your matches with like actually doing something, you know? It's like, sure, I have an idea, I have an idea. I'm just wrap it up at this because I know to go to bed soon. Like like I mentioned, in terms of looking at the Sidward thing, or wait, what do you mean? Oh, wait, where's the one where I played Sheik? So in terms of like looking at like well thought out gameplay, because I do think I had like well thought out sequences in this match. Just to try and find like a pattern that I do that is like well thought out and backed by my gameplay. Because my gameplay against Luigi is I want to empty jump outside of his range and like totally use reactions to like get a thing. Like that is all incredibly lazy. But let's try and find something here. Like I'm jumping outside of his range. I'm jumping outside of his range. Here I kind of try and react and intercept him. Like, do you see how I just keep doing the same option? Because it's like I'm trying to like hit him, and then the reason why I fast fall shield here is because I think I hit him with that fair, and I'm going to shield what he does. I'm going to try and narrate. I'm going to drift back because I want to reset the position, and then I want to space my arrow again, and then I'm going to dash back here. I'm going to space it again, and now we're kind of in like this scrappy spot because I keep whiffing because like I'm just not very good at that matchup, and I down smash because that's my option for like getting him off of me. And then I empty jump back here, and I assume he wave dashed in. Like instead of reacting because we're at the time of this close spacing, I assume he wave dashed in, and then I try to kind of catch his full hop, his double jump. I think he double jumped on reaction, which was fair, but I should have up aired if I wanted to catch it. That would have been the dirt. But like, well, it's not like I played super well here. There's kind of like a
Like
clear thought process in what I'm doing.
there's like a plan whenever you did
Yeah,
something.
but you can see it in this runoff needle here, and then this jump. You see how I live by a little bit? I swear to you, if I had practice in this matchup, I would have hit this. This fair. And look, see, like I instantly dash back there. I instantly go for a reaction here. I'm forcing the issue, right?
Hmm.
Uh, I don't think I have like another VOD that's like a super good example of me forcing the issue that I could think of off the top of my head at the very
Versus
least.
maybe Essie. Did you play against like?
Yeah,
Oh well, this is Fox Studios.
yeah. This is Fox too. I should not play Sheik, and I do not play Sheik. I don't think I played Sheik in any of these other VODs actually.
Yeah, that's fun. I think I know what you're talking about, but my thing is like, so you think I should just like try to solve like the problem in the matchup by just like trying to like just like be more direct. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you need like do something, you know, like there's stuff you can do. Like you're not terrible at this game. Like there's so much stuff you can do. You're just not doing it. You
Yeah,
know,
like I like like
you
uh
need to be proactive.
yeah. Instead of like trying to not like, hmm, trying to think of like a word that can describe what I'm doing.
You don't want to be uninspired, you know?
Yeah, uninspired. But yeah, just like doing like automatic things.
Yeah, yeah. It's like you're going to be doing automatic things, right? But you want to do that after you've done it in an inspired way, right?
Yeah, like it has to have like a plan after, at least, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So you're gonna do it. You're gonna do like it. You're gonna do it specifically, and then after you do it specifically, it's gonna power you to stop having to think about it.
Uh huh. Yeah.
Because like when I first played Sheik versus Luigi, I didn't just like spam short hop outside of his range, knowing that I could just double jump away if he does anything threatening. What I did was I played it like I got destroyed in it probably like 3 times on unranked, and then I thought about like what is something that would work here. I played it again. I tried it. I found some options that work while also getting destroyed again. Then I came up with an idea of like what can I spam that would like help me beat Luigi, and I ultimately came up with the conclusion of like,
Try to
oh, you could spam jump outside of his range.
yeah, and try to like hit him because he
Yeah,
can't like challenge or like it's hard for him to challenge like the thing
yeah,
like
exactly.
yeah that
Uh,
yeah that makes a lot of sense actually.
yeah, and you could also see, by the way, that all of the
Sorry, my mom is yeah
yeah, I'm sorry. I also lost my train of thought. You can also see that all of the other options, like you know how I did that down smash, like
yeah
that was well thought out too, I think. But it's not even in like the main game plan because it's something I had to think about at some point what to do here. But it's like if you ask me what to do in that situation, I would explain to you. It's like, oh, this is kind of like a true mix-up situation where you can either instant attack with like a down smash or a short hop near, roll, shield, CC. And do you see how that kind of like is a compressed way of talking about a more complicated thing?
yeah.
Okay, okay. Hopefully that makes
Wait,
sense.
say that one more time. I said yes,
It's a
but
compressed way of talking about a more complicated thing.
yeah, just like yeah, try yeah, being more direct. Okay.
Yeah, it's like the by just being direct and playing for something actually, you will as long as you have a cognitive image of why you're playing for these things,
Yeah,
you'll start to see like it'll start to kind of make
yeah.
sense.
Like even if it's like not good, you still have like a follow up, like a last act before like you know what I mean? Oh
Yeah, it's like a way of explaining like what's going wrong. I guess kind of like if you do well, it's good, and if you do wrong, you can figure it out.
yeah, like you have like a plan after, if like
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
mess up,
exactly.
yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna head to bed. I'll definitely be spamming the things you're talking about
Yeah,
in like the
I think
tournament.
that, and also you need to remember to think about it how you want to too in terms of like I think doing this is good against Fox. I'm going to try like making decisions reflecting that because I think it's good, and then kind of figuring out from there. I think the hard thing is not giving up easily. You got to like kind of
Yeah,
be hard headed about it. You
yeah.
know?
I think that's like what like when I was like lazy mode about melee, cause like
Uh,
I just like try and then give up. I don't know.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. It's
right
hard. You
now,
can't give up.
yeah, right now I got the momentum, so I just need to keep on pushing it. You know.
Yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. You should keep it up.
Okay. All right.
I think.
Yeah. Thank you for the talk.
Yep.
I'm gonna post this on YouTube. Thank you, and I'll.
No, you're definitely not going to do that.
I
It's
well
illegal.
illegal. Whoa. I'm in. Ah yeah. I'll definitely not post it. All
But
right.
you also didn't record it, so it's like
Didn't record what?
the session.
All right. Well, check on my YouTube channel. All right. I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, I know you did that,
Okay,
so it's
goodbye.
fine. Good night. Good night.
Good night. Good night.